The TTs, the Tatas, the Titties, the Grand Tetons, the Scorpio twins, the Knockers, the Boobs.
And I got way too many feels, way too much emotion, I don't even know the thrill. I don't mean to get along with your best friend, even better with your family.
Today, we are talking about boobs, okay? This is the one video I'm gonna make about my experience, not because I'm like trying to hide anything, obviously, but just because I don't think it's something that needs a lot of attention brought to it, and I did not feel compelled to create a boob vlog, journey in the life or anything like that. However, I am an open book. I'm gonna try and answer all of the questions that I think you guys would ask if I were to do a Q&A about this, but I don't really desire to do that. So I figured we would cover our bases here and carry on with normal programming. So yes, your girl got some work done. Am I gonna sit here with my tits up in my face? No, I have a very normal shirt on. Things look pretty standard right now. You know, they're a little high, but I'm 6 days post-surgery right now. And I just want to talk about my experience and again, cover like questions that I think you guys would ask. So let's talk about them titties, okay? First things first, I have wanted to get my boobs done since I was literally in high school, okay? And then I got to college and just like wasn't really thinking about it because I don't know who the hell can afford to get their boobs done in college. Not me. So it was not on my mind. And then the more that I got into the fitness scene, it became more of a normalized thing. There are a lot of women with breast augmentations in the fitness realm. And yeah, so I just like kind of continued to warm up to the idea. I was like, I'll probably do that someday. But I didn't know when. And then, yes, all of the information about breast implant illness came out. And I'm not gonna lie, it scared the shit out of me, okay? Because I think it is a very real thing. I have friends who have gone through it, who've had, less than stellar experiences, and I hate that that has happened to people. But at the same time, it's also not happened to a lot of people. And I think any time that we make a decision in our lives, we assume some degree of risk, and obviously if the risk is worth it to you, then you go through with the decision. And so my whole mindset with BII is that it scared me for a while and I was like, never mind, okay, I'm not gonna get them because I'm not about it. But then that was like a year and a half ago where I had made the decision to lean more towards no, I'm not gonna do this. But this year, I don't know, my mindset just shifted. Obviously Lexi has her son. I took her to her surgery last year. I took care of her. I knew what the whole experience looked like from that side. And then, I just have friends who have them done and have gotten them done. And I was like, dude, I am feeling called to follow through with my original desire. And I don't mean to undermine BII at all, or like decision making, but I am just a very intuitive person. I'm like very in touch with my intuition. And so I just sat with myself and I asked, like, am I gonna be safe through this? Am I gonna be okay? Or is this like a really big risk that I shouldn't take? Like, what if this happens to me? And again, there's always going to be some degree of risk. But after sitting and, just kind of meditating on that and checking in with myself, I decided that it was a good time. I feel safe. I feel good. You guys know I spent this year getting my body to a healthy place in terms of just everything, like hormones, getting my period back, fixing my skin, recovery-wise. Like, I know if I would have tried to do this earlier this year, my body would not be recovering the way that it is now, which I'll talk about recovery in a second, but my body is killing it. Like, I am so grateful. So grateful that the process and the journey has been as easy as it has been thus far. So I kind of want to just explain my decision-making process up until now. So yes, I made the decision a few short months ago. I knew I was going to get it done this year, but this summer I got a couple of different consults, with a couple of different doctors, and that was in July, and they laid everything out for me, and I was like, dope. I'm just gonna pay for this up front. I'm not gonna finance my boobs, which judgment to anyone who does. I think everybody can make their own financial decisions. However, I'm just in a position where I already have a lot of student debt that I am aggressively working on, but I also wanted to do this big, nice thing for myself just because I wanted it, okay? And we don't, that's on opinions about financial decisions. So anyway, basically I took a few months to save up the money, paid for it in full, and I was ready to do this freaking thing. So I went to Ranch and Coast Plastic Surgery in Del Mar. It is like 30 minutes north of San Diego. Beautiful area, right on the freaking ocean. And I went to Dr. Chasen. So Dr. Chasen is the best, one of the freaking best. He is board certified, which if you don't go with a board certified plastic surgeon, basically what that means is they have gone through extra training. So I don't know who's out here choosing non-board certified plastic surgeons. I don't know, maybe non-board certified plastic surgeons, they do just fine. But I just wanted like the best of the best, like premium everything. So went to Dr. Chasen. He has done over 4,000 breast augmentations. He also is the guy who like fixes botched boob jobs. So I'm like, okay, this dude, like he's been in practice for 25 years. He knows what he's doing. Obviously, Lexi had a great experience with him. I know other clients of his that it's not my place to say who that they are, but he does deal with a lot of people in the fitness industry, so he understands the whole like muscular, you know, lose your boobs when you get fit kind of deal. So it was just a really great fit. I had a really great consult with him, and yeah, so I scheduled surgery for October 28th, which was last Wednesday. It was 6 days ago as of like the time I'm filming this, and I was like so fucking hype. But I was also so nervous. So I've never had surgery before, but I have gone under general anesthesia for my wisdom teeth. So I guess if you consider wisdom teeth surgery, it's oral surgery. And I did fine with the anesthesia. So I knew that like I didn't have anything to worry about there, but it's just like the unknown, like it's just scary. So I was definitely more nervous than I wanted to be. So much so that when I got into the operating room, I was laying on the table while the anesthesiologist was looking for a vein, and my legs would not stop shaking because I was so scared. And I was like, you guys, I promise I am fine. Like I work through a lot of mindset shit on my own, but my legs will not stop shaking. And then the anesthesiologist could not find a vein. He tried 3 different times, and I'm like, for the love of God, please just sedate me. Like, let's freaking do this. So, you know, obviously things worked out and we got him. But yeah, the anesthesiologist made me feel super at ease. Like everyone there, the nurses, the staff, Dr. Chasen, obviously, literally everyone made me feel so good and so safe, just with everything. So yeah, basically went in last Wednesday at noon. I woke up at 2:50. I guess it took me a long time to wake up, but I'm glad that they just kind of let me chill there, because I remember bringing Lexi home. She was very out of it, and she slept the rest of the day, and I was like very coherent. I woke up, they helped me put my clothes on. I walked out to Lexi's car. I was like, let's go home. And I came home, and I think I rested for maybe an hour. Didn't just kind of like cat napped, like anesthesia napped. And then I like came out in the living room and I just watched TV, kind of talked to Lex. Like food was fine. I wasn't nauseous or anything like that. The pain, like it was there and it was uncomfortable. I'd say on a 1 to 10, it was probably a 7. So nothing unmanageable. And I feel like the pain meds didn't even help me that much. I mean, maybe they did, and I just could barely notice because it was like that much going on. But yeah, I took the pain meds. So surgery on Wednesday, I took them all of Wednesday, I took them all of Thursday, and then I took half of one on Friday morning, and that's the last time I took them because, first of all, pain meds can constipate you. But second of all, like, they just make you feel loopy, and I was like, I'd rather just be a little more uncomfortable with the healing than be loopy and weird, because I was already tired just from anesthesia and recovery and all of that. So yeah, I stopped taking the pain meds like not even 48 hours later, but I was very coherent. I was chilling on the couch. I took 2 days off. I moved all my client work around, which I'm so grateful I'm in a position to do that. And yeah, I've just been taking it really, really easy, but recovery has honestly been a freaking breeze. So the whole process was smooth, and also this is going to be something interesting. A couple things that I didn't know about. So I was pretty prepared for like how everything was gonna go. But I was not prepared for how much my back was going to hurt. So it was like no matter, okay, imagine you're doing a seated like mid-row, like neutral mid-row. You know where that burns on your back? Like here's your back. It's like right in the mid-back, okay? It's like your boobs on the back. How many times can I say back? That is where my muscles were just like, obviously when you get implants, it's like stretching everything around your core, and it just like, my back was so uncomfortable for like 24 hours, dude. And once I realized that feeling wasn't gonna go away, I was like, okay, that's fine. We're gonna be uncomfortable for a little bit. And that's what I told myself the whole time I was on the couch. The first 24 hours doing a super tight like ace wrap. And I just told myself, I was like, it's fine. I'm just gonna be uncomfortable for a little bit. And it was fine. So, yeah, there's that. The other thing is, I bit the shit out of my lip when I was under. I woke up and I was like, oh my God, what the heck? So I was also recovering from that for a few days, which I don't know if that's a common thing, but one of my friends did the same thing. She said she bit her lip when she was under as well. And I know it had to happen when I was recovering, like in the bed, because unbeknownst to me, until like 4 minutes before surgery, they're like, oh yeah, we put a breathing tube in you. And I was like, that's scary. but for good reason, right? Making sure we're getting oxygen, everything worked out. So there was that. So I was not really prepared for my back or the lip incident, but we're good now, you know? And the other thing I was gonna say is, so everyone's anatomy is different, obviously, and that includes your nips. So Dr. Chasen actually did this part of the procedure. He called it like a crescent. So I have the fun fact of knowing that out of the over 4,000 breast augmentations that he has done, I'm in the top 5 of having lateral, you know. So they were just very like pointed outward. And I don't know that because I'm not going around my whole life looking at girls' boobs. I see myself every day. I'm like, that's normal. And then we carry on with our lives. So he actually did this crescent thing where he brought them closer together, not by like a shit ton because you can only do so much, but it was like half a centimeter. And yeah, yo, they look great. I'm like, you fixed that for me. This is great. So that was another fun little win. And yes, my incision is around the nipple, which I think also helps with recovery. And it's also just great because then you don't have scars underneath. If you're trying to wear some under boob, I'm not trying to like show them off, but like, listen, I'm gonna wear some Scandi shit if it's like my birthday or I'm in Vegas. You know what I mean? Like, come on. So there's that. I ended up with 400 cc's. I'm 5'7". I do have like, I don't know, muscular, broad shoulders. So CCs will look different on everyone. Basically what I told him at my consult is I want a full C cup. And then I told him right before surgery, I was like, listen, sir, if you want to go a little bit bigger and it looks good on my frame, like I trust you 100%, because I'd rather them just be a little bit bigger as opposed to a little bit too small. So I'm so happy. I'm so pleased. I think they fit my frame very well. I don't look like Dolly frickin' Parton or anything like that. And for the profile, I got moderate profile. So Dr. Chasen actually has his own like spectrum of how high. The profile is how high you have them on your body. And so his is a scale of 1 to 5. I was like, give me a 3. We'll go moderate because I don't want like a shelf, right? But I think natural looking ones look great. I prefer the moderate profile. So I went with that, and I got silicone implants. So I think that covers all of the details of like the girls, you know? But like I said, I'm so happy. Like I trusted him 100%. I felt so good about literally everything. I still feel really good about everything. Just been taking it easy. I'm gonna be out of the gym for a few weeks, which is not a big deal at all because prior to this, I was just getting very overwhelmed with everything I had going on. And this was a nice little reset. I got to recharge. My Enneagram 1 ass needed a permission slip to just chill the fuck out. So that's what I did. And it has felt so good. So there's that. Now, I went back yesterday. Yesterday was 5 days post-op and I got my stitches out. Doctor was happy. I'm happy. I go back in 2 weeks. And basically in the meantime, I am just living in very compressive bras, like sports bras that like zip up in the front. I actually ordered 4 more off Amazon because they give you one and it's just like this fugly purple color. It's very unfortunate. And I was like, I cannot, like I'm gonna have to wash this eventually. So I ordered 4 from Amazon, and that's an exciting thing. But I am excited to just like wear new shit, obviously, and yeah, start this new freaking life of boobs. So I feel like I had a lot more to talk about, but I don't think there's anything else. As far as like what I'm doing, I can't reach above my shoulders yet. I have protocol for like after 7 days, 10 days, 2, 3, and 4 weeks. And after 4 weeks, there are no restrictions, which is like a pretty quick healing time in my opinion. Obviously I'll be easing into things. I'm not gonna do anything if it feels sketchy, but yeah, right now, day 6, I'm happy. Even the day of, I was like, this is gonna be okay. Like I'm all right. The next day when I went back, because you go back 24 hours later, as soon as they took the ace wrap off, I was like cruising. I was like, whew, okay, now that that sucker is off, I feel so much better. Then they put you in a sports bra, and yeah, it's going well. So I figured, I was like, I'm just gonna make a video covering like my story and my details on this. I'm an open book. If you want to ask questions, go for it. I'm not trying to hide anything, like I said, but I just didn't want to like make a big deal out of it because I don't want anybody else to make a big deal out of it. So yeah, that's been my experience. I don't think there's like anything else to add. I hope I didn't miss something like huge. Like talked about the type of implant, the size, where I went, the incision, my experience, process, recovery. Yeah, I think that's literally everything. So this video went a lot quicker than I thought, but yeah, like I said, if you have questions, like feel free to drop them below. But otherwise, I want to get back on my YouTube game. I know I keep saying that, but I'm getting like a little bit ahead on videos right now, and it feels so good. It's fun for me. So that is that. And yeah, I guess I'll wrap it up now. So as always, if you watched until now, I am taking all my good vibes. I'm sending them your way. If you could give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell before you leave, that would be dope. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.
We